An A6 piloted by Irv Williams came off the target on fire, and I saw them eject. So when we came back in, I'm hearing this guy on the radio saying there's MiGs coming up the valley. And I found out later it was Irv on the ground with his emergency radio telling us there were MiGs coming up the valley before he got captured. So suddenly there's MiGs everywhere. The MiGs were chasing the A4s coming off the target, and we start scrambling with them. And I to this day, I don't know how many there were. There were a lot. 6, maybe more, and they were in a Loughbury circle. And what their tactic, I soon quickly figured out, was there are so many of them, and a MiG-17 can really turn if it's flown right, and they're flying in a circle. And so I used the vertical. So the fight was from basically the ground to about 5,000 feet with these MiGs down in a circle. So I'm just going up, down, and every time I went vertical, Gary Anderson was in my back seat, and I said, Gary, as we get in, loosen your straps and so you can turn around and see. And I would rotate the airplane back and forth to check our 6 and make sure nobody was on it as we went vertical. And then, it was like a chess game. I was trying to time my turn to come back in where I had an opportunity to use that one Sidewinder I had. And so as I was coming back in, I had a guy back here who had been trying to play and hoping he would get up like this. I look up ahead, and there's an F4 with a MiG right on his tail. And I wasn't sure whether it was Ev Southwick or John Holm. So I yelled, I said, Linfield, which is our call sign, break port. And so as he broke, the other MiG back here must have called what was going on to the MiG on Ev's tail, because Ev was busy shooting a MiG down. And the old adage goes back to Rickenbacker in World War I. If you focus for 15 seconds on the guy who's shooting, somebody's gonna get you never saw before. And that's exactly what was happening. So the guy calls the MiG to turn, and so he does a